bring in Justin Farmer, who's the CEO of Exit Wealth. A lot of those questions, Justin, first of all, love the setup. Good to have you with us on our streaming show here at Fox Local here. But just walk us through, how will this impact? We've already seen gas prices starting to rise across the country and right here in Atlanta.
No doubt. Good afternoon, Eric. Yeah, so look, gas prices, it's been awful, up about 30 cents on average in just a week. So nationally, our average is at 3.25 a gallon, up from about 2.94 from just a few days ago. So the pain is real. And it's important to keep in mind, this isn't just about the United States' effort to kill Iran's nuclear weapons program. It is because Iran is now threatening ships moving through the Strait of Hormuz, ships that carry roughly a fifth of the world's oil supply. So when all of a sudden that becomes a quagmire, oil's not moving through, it's a fifth of the world's supply, and we've got oil now moving past $90 a barrel, and subsequently we're going to have our gas prices across the country spike, which is exactly what we're all having to endure.
Yeah, you went over some of those figures there. The national average, I believe, is $3.31. At last check this morning, here is $3.18. Walk us through a little bit about, we've also seen a jobs report, 92,000 jobs lost in February. Talk us through the economy. What are you seeing, and what people can prepare now in order to make sure that they are set for whatever is to come?
Eric, the market was anticipating about a 50,000 number, and instead we got 92,000 jobs lost, as you referenced. So that new headwind, a little bit unexpected, comes on the heels, of course, of what's going on with Iran, the AI disruption that we have seen in the labor market going back to the first of the year. And all of those ingredients go into the soup that gives this market jitters. And so if you have a decent job right now, I would be really nice to your boss and I would stay in that job, because there's not a lot of firing. I guess that's good, but there's not much movement when it comes to hiring. So the job losses that you are seeing are certainly coming in a lot of clerical work, a lot of what you would think of as sort of mundane paperwork. Eric, that is where AI is truly in play. It is making a difference. I mean, I can even tell you in our firm that there are tasks that we accomplish as a firm today that just 18 months ago would have required a human being, would have required an additional hire.
Are you seeing any nervousness from those in the job? I know you said to be nice to the boss. Are you seeing people being a little nervous? Are you seeing people maybe not taking as many vacations or that extra spending to kind of keep their money within the household?
Yeah, that's an interesting point. That probably goes a bit case by case basis. I mean, we all know our relationship in any given work environment. How much does our manager like or not like us? I tell you what I would be aware of if you're in the workplace right now. Pay attention to the economic viability of the company you're working for. Pay attention if they lose a couple of key clients. See if you can ask around about how revenue and profitability are going. And if you're not getting great news in that front, then you want to be on your P's and Q's and attend all those meetings and get there early and maybe stay 10 minutes after the boss leaves. I mean, that's just common sense, but that's what I'd recommend, because while we're not in what I would call an economic downturn, there's not enough data that says that is the case. We are certainly slowing down. Now, if you're a glass half full guy like me, Eric, I'm always looking for a silver lining. Here it is. Inflation, at least, is in control. We are seeing our lowest inflation in 9 months right now. And why I like seeing that for the overall health of the economy, and why I like that for our pocketbooks, is this is going to likely give a green light to the Fed to be able to cut interest rates as we move deeper through 2026. And of course, when the Fed cuts interest rates, it means that the lending, that money that you borrow when you use your credit card, when you go to buy a new car or similar, money is cheaper. Borrowing money can get a little bit cheaper when the Fed cuts interest rates, and typically they do that to spur on economic health.
For those who are just watching this, what are the major takeaways that you want to resonate with people? What do you think people really need to know in this moment as they prepare for the rest of the year?
Eric, great question. Here's the thing, y'all. What we know as a point of fact, not theory, fact, is that the U.S. stock market's undefeated. I mean, go to the Great Depression, go to the tech crash in 2000, go to what we experienced in the housing crash in 2008, and the market always comes back. Guys, just January 27th of this year, just 6 weeks ago, the S&P 500 hit its all-time high, and we're down only about 3.5% from that. My point is, if you are young and you are employed, keep investing. Look at it like high quality companies. The stock of those companies are on sale. It'd be like you walk into Target and the guy in the little red vest says, everything is on sale today. Everything. Well, that'd be a good day to walk into that Target or Walmart or what have you. Think about investing the same way. If your time horizon is several years out before you would need to access that 401k or access that IRA, little dips in the market, a little bit of choppiness is actually a good thing because you continue to acquire stocks every 2 weeks with that paycheck. You continue to acquire stocks on sale. And then when we go zooming back higher, well, you've got a new multiple on your gains. So the bottom line, Eric, unless you need your money in the next 6 or 12 months, you don't have to lose sleep over market turmoil. What we know, once again, as a point of fact, is that the United States stock market is undefeated. It is like death and taxes. It is always something you can count on.
Right. Justin Farmer, thanks so much, the CEO of Exit Wealth. Look, let me tell you, when it comes to money and people in their wallets, they're always ears perked, listening to know what they need to do. Some really great tips you had. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 Ed 1.